Walked into my local Walmart to go check out the Lego section, and sitting on the shelf was this bad boy. At the time of filming this video is approximately 5 days before this is supposed to be released on August the 1st. So I had to nab it so I can put this release out before August hits so you can make a decision on whether you want to pick this bad boy up or not. Okay, first off, let's talk about the box art. We got to call out the box art. Now, Speed Champions usually have some fire box art, and man, this thing looks so good. Now, what this reminds me of, the picture in the background, is kind of those stretches of road out towards Nevada, like the Las Vegas area, where there's just these long stretches of road where you're able to really give your car its full gas and full horses and see what that engine can do. This thing just looks so good. Now, looking towards the back end right here of the box, you have that dust being spit up by the rear wheels. Man, this it makes this thing look like a monster. Now, if we flip the box over to the back side, dude, this looks so clean with that kind of sunset looking form in the back here. And it does have a picture of the car in real life, and then obviously the brick form down here. But man, this thing looks so good. I think I kind of want to keep this box and how good this box art does look. So shout out to the person who picked this art. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut this bad boy. Let's get into this set. At a glance, you may think to yourself that this is basically just a very standard fig that comes in this set. You know, standard legs, standard hair, standard face printing, but it's the printing on the torso that really makes this fig a desirable fig, in my opinion. So we have a signature over the left hand pocket, which I'm not exactly sure what that signature is or of. So if you know in the comments, let me know. But over to the right hand side, you have a picture of an SRT as well as the SRT logo, but it's the printing on the back of this fig that really makes this thing shine. So we have checkered flags as well as a Dodge Challenger SRT in red with flames coming out of the back. Then you have the driver of this SRT, which is represented by a skull with a racing helmet on. I mean, come on. That is so cool. That is some really cool printing. And I think this is going to be a need to have torso, in my opinion. It's time for us to take a look at the Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat. This thing looks unbelievable with that bright green color that's iconic to muscle cars. Oh, okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at the front of this car. So 10 out of 10 front. Look how mean this thing is. Look how they were able to pull off the front headlights, the front diffuser, and then we come in contact with the grille, which is our first printed piece that has the SRT logo as well as the Hellcat logo. This thing looks very, very mean from the front. They were also able to pull off the slits that would be like air intakes or induction intakes in the hood. They were actually able to pull that off as well, which looks just fantastic. As we turn the car over to the left-hand side, we come in with our next printed piece, which is going to be the Hellcat moniker, or the Hellcat logo, which has this kind of a metal shine to it, which looks so good. They were able to pull off the lines of the SRT Challenger, and I think they did a really good job. There is an issue right here, but I'm not sure if that's just with my specific set. So we will talk about that when we talk about the issues with the car. It's really, really good. It's not perfect, but it's very, very good, very true to life build. Flipping it over to the back end, again, another great job by the designer of this set to pull off the back end of the SRT Challenger. This thing, oh, it's such an ominous look. Now we come in contact with the next two pieces that are printed in this set, which has the Dodge name and then also the SRT logo as well on that back spoiler. We have the dual exhaust, and then we have the really nice design of the headlights in the back. They pulled off the bumper, just the whole thing looks like the SRT Challenger. Now we're going to try to see if we can give you the best picture that we can of the inside, but again, because things are so dark in there, It might be kind of hard for the camera to pull it off. But we do have two seats for minifigs, and they are in a burgundy-ish style color when it comes to the seats. Then towards the center, you have obviously your shifter. And then if we flip this around just like that, we have a printed piece for the center console. And then also in the middle, right here, is a coffee cup. I thought that was a good just a good additive to there. There's a drink. Everybody has a drink while they're driving around in their car, and so yeah, they gave it a coffee cup. Now that we've gotten all the good things out of the way about this set, let's go ahead and talk about the three things that I find to be a little off when it comes to the Dodge Challenger SRT. Now, the first thing is like what happened here. The windshield does not go back. The windows don't go all the way back into this area, and they just left it like wide open. There's nothing there. I went back and I looked through all of the steps of creating this back end, and there's just nothing there. So I'm not sure. Maybe they just couldn't pull off that small piece there to cover that. But it's like, okay, well, could you not just maybe cut something to fit in there? But okay. So that is what it is. Now the other thing is, and again, I don't know if that's specific with my set, and I went and actually pulled some extra pieces from our part inventory that are the exact same piece as this, but I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, so I may have to take like some macro shots of this thing, but you can see that there is like some deformation in the Lego pieces that are here, but there's no deformation in the other pieces that we have that are just extra. Now, I don't know if that's in the printing process or not the printing process, but the actual injection molding process of these pieces, because it's really bad on this side, but then flipping it over to this side, it's not as bad. It is a little bad, but it's not as bad. So I don't know if your set's gonna have the same mess, like the same like mishappenings on your pieces. So you may want to look out for that. But I don't know if I can call Lego and say, hey man, these pieces are pretty beat up. Can I get some new ones? I don't know. I may have to go to my brick and minifigs and pay real close attention to those pieces. Now, you can't flip them around. They're put in here one way and one way only. And so if yours are beat up on those same sides, well, they're gonna be beat up no matter what. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay, so the other thing is the hood. Now, they pulled off the hood really, really well. My camera gone out of focus. There we go. They pulled off the hood really well. The only issue is they put some nice, bright, shiny pieces, and then they went with this matte look, but then the matte look is discolored. And I don't know if that's the process of the printing of these pieces, but they're very like discolored, which kind of sucks because this is one of the highlights of the build. But it is what it is. That's how this set came out. So I got to review it the way that it was built. In my humble opinion, I think this is going to be another one of the fantastic Speed Champion sets that we have gotten over the years because it looks so good. The angles, the front end, the back end, the color choices, all the pieces are printed in this set. Yeah, I think this is a winner. Now, obviously, it's not without its shortfalls, but those things aren't like game breaking or set breaking that to the point where you're not going to want to collect this set. At least not for me. Now, if you found this review informative, do us a favor and go down there and hit this video with a like. If you want to see more content like this about Lego, subscribe to the channel and don't forget to hit the notification bell. It just notifies you when we drop some new content. Let us know in the comment section below, what did you think? What did you think about the car? Is this going to be something you're going to want to collect, or do you collect Speed Champions in general? Let us know in that comment section below. While you're out there hunting for Lego, looking for that perfect set for you, be safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.